Hello, and thanks for tuning in this afternoon or this morning or whatever time that this practice finds you. This is just going to be kind of a nice all-over body tune-up. So to begin today, you can find a comfortable seated position on your mat, closing the eyes, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Take a moment to move the head around, circling side to side a few times, just releasing any points in the neck if needed. Consciously relaxing the jaw, the cheekbones, the brow. Bring any intention that you would like from the center of the chest up to the space between the eyebrows. So let the intention be from the heart. Draw it upward and then out. Allow the chin to fall to the chest. Bring the right ear to the right shoulder. Walk the left hand away from you. Take another breath in and out. Recenter, drawing the chin to the chest, both hands to the knees, and then bring the left ear to the left shoulder, opening through the right side of the neck. As you draw the crown of the head up and over to the left, you can start to walk the right fingertips away from you if it's available. Draw the chin to the chest, hands land back onto the knees, right ear to the right shoulder, chin to the chest, left ear to the left shoulder. Keep rocking side to side, maybe open the shoulders back a little bit more. Next time that the right ear comes towards your right shoulder, take a very slow circle, allowing the head to fall back, and then left ear towards left shoulder, chin towards the chest. Continue around. Doesn't need to be a deep circle. It can just be a slight rotation of the head around in a circle. Still getting that same beneficial movement to the axis, which is at top of the spine where the head sits. Switch the direction and go the other way. Lifting the crown of the head up through center, opening the eyes if they'd been closed. Go ahead and take the arms up. Now bring the right hand behind you, left hand to the right knee. Instead of twisting here, I want you to think of the upper back. Try and draw the shoulder blades apart. Use the left hand as leverage on the right knee. Engage that grip to draw the shoulder blades apart behind you. Maybe you start to look straight forward, same direction the chest is facing, or eventually all the way off of the right shoulder. Keep making space in the back of the rib cage. Change. Bring the right hand to the left knee. Left fingertips behind you, left hand bear claw to the mat or palm down if that's better. And then keep the hands planted as you start to draw the shoulder blades apart behind you. You can look forward, keeping the gaze neutral, or turn, opening the right side of the neck as you look to the left. Come through center, reach the arms up. Extend the legs out in front of you. You can bring feet together or hips width apart, and then you're just going to reach forward and fold. Don't worry about any grip. Don't even worry about reaching anywhere close to the feet if that's not happening for you at this point. Just start to drop the head either way. The head is heavy, falling towards the knees. Now opening and relaxing the upper back, letting the back of the rib cage open up and fall apart. Slide the hands in beside the hips and then slowly roll the spine out, bringing the head up last. Once you're there, bend the right knee, drawing the right heel in close towards you, as close as you can get it. And now you're going to bring both the right shoulder in front of the right shin and then the left shoulder parallel to it. Reach the arms out so you're kind of like you're flying, you're soaring, you're opening the chest. My right foot is staying grounded, my right knee is pointing up towards the sky. If you'd like, you can stay here or you can bind. Bringing the hands together behind the back. Those of you on the bind, you'll look off of the left shoulder. And then draw both the chest and the chin towards the left big toe, towards the left foot. Dropping the forehead towards the left knee. For those of you in the bind, final moments here. On up, looking forward, release the hands. Let the right leg extend out in front of you. Grabbing a hold of the left knee and foot into the hands and just gently rock side to side. Just here for a moment. Keep the left foot flexed, and if you would like another grip with the arms, you're welcome to take it. Bend the right knee so the right foot is on the ground here. Come to lie down on your back, reclined pigeon. Interlace the hands behind the right thigh, flex both feet. 3 deep breaths. Slow and steady, in and out. Release, finding happy baby. Bend the knees, grab a hold of the feet. You can stay here or extend just the left leg for now. Back to the happy baby, both knees bent. Draw the knees together in front of the ribs. Come up to a seated position, just nice and simple. Rock up to your seat with the feet on the ground. From here, extend the right leg straight forward, going into that bind or just the extension of the arms on the other side. Draw the left heel in towards you and keep the left foot grounded the whole time. Reaching by drawing the chest forward and then reaching out through the arms. Right foot stays flexed throughout the entire time we're here in this posture. Those of you taking the bind, if you did so on the other side, it's a slow process. Begin by looking off of the right shoulder, and then draw the heart forward, keeping the hands bound behind you. Continue to draw your chin and your chest towards the right foot. Left foot is grounded, right foot is flexed. Breathe in and out. Even if the compression is uncomfortable, that's fine. That's what we're doing here in a lot of these postures, allowing ourselves to be uncomfortable. And see that even when the breath is not at what we call a normal quality, go ahead and drop the forehead, those of you in the bind. So even in the times when the breath is not at what we consider a normal quality, it's still okay. We're still moving oxygen in and out of the body. We're taking in what we need. We're exhaling the rest. And then we release the posture as you let go. Notice how the lungs once again can fill to their normal capacity. Extend the right leg forward, left leg forward. Just release the feet. Feel the breath fill you up. And let it out. So we get the body a little uncomfortable. See that the breath changes. See that we're okay. And eventually breath comes back to normal. Let's take it to grab a hold of the right knee and right foot into the hands, bringing the shin parallel to the chest here. Gentle rocking, another variation with the arms if you'd like. But it's everything that we do in the practice is just to not only tune the body up and get us feeling good physically, but also show us that we're very resilient, can go through the ups and downs and be just fine. Go ahead and bend that left knee. Roll onto your back, coming to reclined pigeon on this side. Interlace the hands behind the left thigh, flex both feet. Breathe steady. 3 quality slow breaths in and out. Do something with the exhales. Choose to let something go or just go further in the pose, even if it's really subtle. Any progress is progress. Even if we don't see it as progress, it is all a part of a process that's happening, unfolding, developing constantly. Allow things to fall apart at times. They will come back together. It's a constant cycle. Go ahead and release, finding a happy baby. Once you are there, you can stay, or if you took the extension on the other side, straighten out the right leg, this time flexing the right foot. Back to happy baby. Draw the knees together in front of the ribs, feet side by side. Rock up to a seated position. Feel the feet ground. And then come onto your back again. Now rock forward, feel the feet ground. Go back. Keep moving at your own pace, forward and back, massaging the spine along the mat. Eventually, you're going to come up to a chair pose at the top of the mat. So that's why I'm focusing on grounding my feet each time I rock forward. When you're ready, try and use as little momentum as possible. Use the hands if needed. Chair pose. Squeeze the knees together, feet together, big toes touching. Scoop the tailbone under, feel the thighs engage, and lift the heart. Try and make your sacrum a little bit longer, reaching tailbone down, crown of the head up, hands to the heart, stand tall. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Tadasana, arms beside you, mountain pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Lunge the left foot to the back of the mat as you breathe out. Inhale the arms up to the sky. Exhale, plank pose. Inhale here in the plank position. Child's pose, land the knees, and exhale, lowering all the way down. Stay here for a breath in. And a gentle exhale, slowly out. Look towards your hands. Extend the body, coming to a low cobra. For the low cobra, it's different than what we'll get into in a minute. For the low cobra, we want to hover the hands, really activate the spine, start to warm things up a bit more. Crown of the head lifting up, toes reaching back. Forehead down, let it go. Tabletop. Downward facing dog. Right foot forward between the hands. Left knee down. Bring both hands to your right thigh. Notice my back foot. You're going to start with the left toes tucked under here. Press into your right thigh. Use that little bit of leverage. Encourage the shoulders back. Now release right hand down to the outside of your right foot. Untuck the back toes, so now you're really grounding your left shin. Reach your left arm up. If this is too much for the shoulder or neck, just forego the arm. Bring the hand to the back of the left hip today instead. Release, bringing the hands to frame the front foot. Extend the right leg. You can stay here, folding with the left hip over the left knee, or you can sit all the way back to the heel today, bringing the body closer to the mat and closer to the right leg. Look forward, reach forward with the arms. And as smooth of a motion as you can make it, you're going to land the right foot and bring the left foot up beside it. Come up to stand, inhale, reach the arms to the sky, lift up. Make sure the feet are grounded, Tadasana, arms beside you. Inhale, reach the arms up. Hands to the heart, exhale. Inhale, reach up. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Lunge the right foot to the back of the mat, and then inhale to a high lunge. You're not here for long. Exhale, plank pose. Inhale, stay here in the plank, get nice and long. Child's pose, exhale. Stay here for a breath, breathing in. Breathing out. Cobra. So this time, if you want, you can keep the hands hovering. You can keep firing up the spine. If you're ready to go further, press into the hands. Lift about halfway. Strengthening the arms. Keeping that bend as you draw the elbows back towards the hips. Belly button forward and up. Chest forward and up. Crown of the head up. Forehead down, let it go. Tabletop. Reach the left arm up to the sky. On the exhale, weave the left arm under the right, but stop when you're about halfway there. So my left wrist is just touching the brighter edge of my mat. It's going to be different for everybody, but you want to touch the wrist down and then just resist it a little bit. Lean your left shoulder towards the left edge of the mat until you feel a stretch. You might not be tight there. Probably are. A lot of us are. Press back into the right palm. Really ground down. Reach the left arm all the way up. And then weave the left arm all the way through. Threading the needle. You can walk the right arm forward, or you can bind around the small of the back. Right hand down, left arm up. Try and sync the movement with an inhale for the lift, and then an exhale to bring left hand down. Right arm up. Weave it through under the left until the right wrist is about towards the left edge of the mat, and then lean the right shoulder towards the right edge of the mat. Resist it a little bit. Open the shoulder, get to the space where you feel something, and then breathe there. Press into the left hand, ground well as you inhale, right arm back up. And then exhale, weave the right arm under the left, right ear down. Just a few breaths in this bind. Either left hand around, balance it with what you did before. Your practice. Left hand to the ground. Inhale, reaches right arm up. Exhale, brings right hand down. Ground the palms, spread the fingers, tuck the toes. Bring the knees to hover the mat, and then rock forward and back. Downward facing dog. Slightly wrap your triceps down towards the mat, and then really draw the sits bones up and back as you encourage the neutral rib cage to move closer towards the thighs. Spine is lengthening. Each notch of the vertebra is getting a little bit more space between. Take the right leg up to the sky. Right foot down. Take the left leg up to the sky. Place the left foot forward between the hands. Land the right knee down. Keep your right toes tucked as you bring the hands to the left thigh. Shoulders back. Bring the left hand down beside the left foot. Right arm can reach up, or you can bring right hand to the small of the back. Right toes on tuck for this variation. Release both hands to frame the left foot. Extend the left leg, flex the toes, stay here, or take what you did on the other side, sitting back to the right heel. Bring your gaze forward towards the hands, reach your arms forward, land the left foot, bring the right foot up to meet it, forward fold. I don't know if you've ever heard that, but my window in front of me is open. My neighbor, Bob, is going to need an MRI if he doesn't see results from the meds he's on. So keep Bob in your prayers. Let's come to stand. Inhale all the way up. I don't know about you guys, but the neighbors are feeling closer every day in quarantine. Hands to the heart. Just try and take deep breaths and send love out. Sometimes it's all we can do. Love and patience and all the good things. All the good health. Coming back to your intention as you ground here. Do the practice. Pour in what makes this body feel good. Hopefully the things that help to keep us fueled naturally until the end of our days. Finding deep gratitude for everything that keeps us going. All of the beneficial, sweet medicine that's helping to heal in so many ways. Gratitude to it all. Fill up, pour in what you need. Reach the arms up to the sky. Interlace the hands at the top, coming to Kali Mudra. Squeeze the palms together. Hips to the left, reach the arms up and over to the right. Navel to spine, up through center. Send the hips to the right. Arms up and over to the left. Come on up. Reach up and go back. Support the pose by lifting the abdominal wall. Come up through center, finding a neutral spine. Bend the knees, and with a flat back, come all the way down to a forward fold. Head heavy. Release the arms, and just experience any sensations that come up. But don't get attached to them. Don't feel like you need to label or figure anything out. Just experience it. Be there for it. Deep inhale to a flat back. Look up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Step the left foot to the back of the mat as you exhale, and then inhale up to warrior one. Left heel is grounded. From the warrior one, bring the left hand to the back of the left hip. Encourage the left elbow to draw back behind you as you square the front of the left hip forward. Still maintaining a strong warrior one posture with the legs, just mixing up the arms a little bit. Now lengthen, see if you can keep the hips low as they are. Draw your rib cage and your shoulders up a little bit. Crown of the head up, more space. There's space up here above us. Fill it. Watch what you're projecting outward with the thoughts throughout the practice. Draw the hands together in front of the heart. So we actually bring the hands to prayer often. Watch what you're weaving in as you shift forward. Warrior three. These are your prayers, your intentions, your decisions about where you want to go, how grateful you want to be when you arrive there. Warrior one, come on back. Warrior two, open the arms out. Take an inhale, reach both arms up, get nice and light as you extend the right leg. And then exhale, sit back, warrior two. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sit down. Stay here in the warrior two with the legs. Reverse the arms, right arm up. Side angle, right forearm to rest on top of the right thigh, or another variation if you have it. Warrior two. Cartwheel the hands to frame the right foot. Once again to half split variations. Either one that you took before or your full split if you're ready to go there. Once again, look forward. Land the right foot, bring the left foot up beside it. Rise to stand, ground your feet, get tall, fill up your space. Hands to the heart. Inhale, reach arms up, keep the energy moving. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back, long spine. Exhale, fold and let go. Inhale, flat back, long spine. Step the right foot to the back of the mat as you breathe out, and then come up to a warrior one, arms reaching up. Once you are here, you're going to bend the right elbow, bringing the right hand to the small of the back, or even the back of the right hip, really. Try to square the front of the right hip forward as you keep that left arm reaching up to the sky. Grounding in the position of your legs here. Right quad is strong, left big toe is grounded. Draw the hands together in front of your heart. Shift it forward, warrior three. Warrior one, arms up. Warrior two, open the arms out. On the inhale, extend the legs, get light and lift. On the exhale, sit down. Inhales, we lift. Exhales, down. Again, up. Sit down. Reverse. Extended side angle, left forearm down. Right arm up or into a bind. So if you think about making more space from the inside of this left knee and the front of this left knee, through the inner thigh, all the way to the outside of this right hip. So my right hip is drawing open towards, this is my front door, my right hip is opening to the front door. Legs are grounding. Now slowly come up, extend the legs, reverse. Cartwheel the hands down to the mat, land the right knee, half or full split. Bring your gaze and reach your arms forward. Left foot lands to the mat, right foot up to meet it, forward fold. Rise to stand. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Standing, 2 feet together at the top of the mat. Interlace the hands behind the head so you're cradling the base of the skull. Elbows are opening out. So this is kind of what we're going to call like our standard position in between here in this posture. Now from the standard position, start to bring the elbows forward, drop the chin to the chest, curling the chin to the chest so you can open the back of the neck, and then the hands are just there if you want to intensify or if it's available to go a little further. Now lift the crown of the head up, open the elbows back, deep breath in. Stay here, lifting the heart as you exhale. Lift the front of the hips, inhale. Glutes engage, exhale. One more time, lifted and light, inhale. Exhale. Come back to your standard position, neutral rib cage, neutral spine. Reach your arms up to the sky. Ground the feet as you bring the hands to the heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back, nice long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look forward to lengthen and prepare. Exhale, step, hop, or float it through your flow. We'll meet in downward facing dog. From the down dog, please take the right leg to the sky, open the hip and bend the knee. Take the right foot outside of the right pinky. Before you go all the way down into your lizard, extend the right leg as far as you can. If you can extend the leg completely, that's cool, go there. From whatever position you're in with the legs, lift the navel towards the sky. Make space between the ribs and the right thigh. Press into the mat. Inhale. Lizard pose as you exhale. Bend the knees. Land the left knee to the mat. Lower down to the forearms if it's available. Come on up to the palms. You're going to keep the right foot on the edge of the mat, and then you're going to bring the left foot to the middle of the mat so it's parallel to the right. Once the feet are there, parallel at the top of the mat, left hand underneath the face, right arm up. You can stay here, or you can bend the left knee to twist a little bit further. Just be mindful not to drop it all into the heels. Keep the weight balanced in the balls of the feet and the heels. Deep twist happening through the spine. Now release and bear claw right fingertips out in front of you. You can use a block if you see I have mine over here. You can use a stool. Float the left leg up, coming to half moon either with the hips stacked, left hand on the hip, or left arm up. Standing split. Pyramid pose, land the left heel about 3 feet back behind the right and fold. Bring the hands under the shoulders. Take a walk to the left, all 10 fingers and toes, and then take a walk all the way to the back of the mat towards the left foot. Come to a 3-legged down dog, beginning to open the left hip. Bend and extend the leg as much as you'd like. From here, setting up the lizard pose. Bring the left foot outside the left pinky. Before you lower all the way down, extend the left leg as much as you can so that both legs are straight. You can see I'm high on the ball of the right foot. I'm going to lift through the ribs, the back of the heart, the navel. Get light and lifted through the torso. And then continue to draw the left hip back for a breath in. Release into lizard pose as you breathe out. Bend both knees. Let right knee lands as far back as you can, right? So you can get the hips and the belly low. If over time, forearms is available, take it there. Come on up to the palms. Remember, you can always pause these videos at any point if you're feeling a stretch or a posture and you want to stay. There's no rush. When you are ready to move on, right foot is going to land at the middle of the front of the mat so it's parallel to the left. Feet are hips width apart. From here, you are going to bring the right hand underneath the face, reach the left arm up. You can stay here, or you can go a little further, bending the right knee. Mindful not to be dropping the weight into the heels here. Release left hand, bear clawed out in front of the left toes. Half moon. Right hand to the hip or the right arm floats up to the sky. Right hand down to the mat, brief standing split. Try to keep the left leg straight, hands to blocks if needed. And release the right heel back, pyramid pose. Break the pose, bringing hands underneath the shoulders. Take a walk, all 10 fingers and toes to the right, all the way until they reach the right foot, releasing back to downward facing dog. Land the knees onto your mat. Ground your shins, knees or hips width apart. You set up for camel pose. Hands frame the sacrum, try and flatten the sacrum, reach the tailbone straight down towards the mat, and then send the hips forward and feel how much the spine can lift from there. And then you move on to your edge. You're just going to take it one time today. Couple breaths. Grabbing the heels if you're ready. Thumbs out. Front of the shoulders open. One up, forehead to the mat, child's pose. Roll the spine up. From here, you're going to tuck the toes under, roll back so that your knees are no longer on the mat, and you're just sitting on the heels to begin. We want to keep the feet completely together, so the heels are in tight, close to one another. My knees are squeezing together. Then you're going to see if you can sit up just a little bit so you're no longer relaxing the weight of the seat onto the heels. All of a sudden the quads are into it. You can stay here. You can use blocks beside you. Mula Bandha active, lift through the pelvic floor. Uddiyana Bandha, navel center engaged. Those of you who are floating here, nice release to open the knees out. Heels in, balls of the feet together. Walk the hands forward. This is actually a child's pose variation, from what I hear from the teachers. The teachers say it's pose. It's definitely a child's pose. So you can keep walking the hands forward, dropping the forehead towards the yoga mat. If you reach the point where the forehead is down to the ground, then you can bind the hands together behind the heels. So just options to play. I think this would feel nice for me today because I did it this morning. It was good, so I'm going to take it again. But no pressure to move on. You follow your own practice. Breathing into the back of the heart. Breathing into the inner thighs. Breathing into the hips. Release. Sitting down to your mat, let the legs out in front of you. Just windshield wipe the feet side to side. From here, you're going to turn so that the head is now still facing the front of the mat when you lie down onto your back and come up to a waterfall pose. Take the legs up to the sky. Heels are over the seat. Maybe circle the feet a few more times, point and flex the toes. Bend the knees. Let the knees fall to your left. Reach the right arm out in your spinal twist. Bring the knees through center. Let the knees drop to the right, left arm reaching out. Bring the knees back through center. Land the feet to the mat. Straighten out the spine, lengthen it where you can. And then just one more time before you close out your practice today, you're going to open the heart, open the throat as well, either taking fish pose or wheel pose. If you have a yoga wheel in your house, you can always use that. Sometimes it's really nice to still get a deep opening, but without much effort on your end. Those of you taking fish, which is what I'll guide you through today, palms flat to the mat, and you're sitting on the fingertips. My thumbs are right next to each other, beside one another, and all the fingers are together. But none of the fingers cross. You don't want anything uncomfortable happening. I can feel the sits bones at the tip of the fingers, and then you start to sit back, bring the forearms down. Adjust once you're there again. See if you can draw the elbows closer together. Front of the shoulders back. Now it's like there's a hook around the sternum, right around the center of the rib cage. Lifting it up towards the sky, belly button lifts. From there, crown of the head reaches back and then slowly drops towards the mat. Adjust as needed, and then settle into your rhythm of the breath. Release, coming up slowly. I'd like you to all sit up, even if you took the wheel, come to a seated position, and then just let the upper body relax over the legs, folding here. We took a forward fold much like this at the start of the class, so maybe just check in. This time around, I'd like you to really relax the legs and the feet, so there's no flex of the feet. The feet are totally loose, and then you just notice what might feel different here. The legs, the hips, the spine, maybe even just the mind. Notice what it is that you're weaving through your practice with your thoughts, what you're moving outward with your intentions. Let it be kindness that you're moving outward. Let it be compassion that you're moving inward and outward. Roll the spine up. Lie down onto your back, drawing both knees in towards you. Giving yourself a big hug. You can wrap the arms around the shins, do whatever you need. And then release the legs long, drop the heels. Release the backs of the hands to the mat with the palms open. Press the back of the head into the mat, draw the shoulder blades away from the back of the head. Wiggling the heels away from the hips, maybe draw the tailbone away from the neck a little bit more. And just let the large groups of muscles relax first. Quadriceps, thighs, calves, abdominal wall, back muscles, shoulders, biceps and triceps, all letting go. Continue to notice what you notice as you move through all of the yoga practices that follow. Be really aware of the little signs that present themselves for you. It's pretty cool when you open your eyes to it. They are consistently, they're signs. They're telling you where to go. Simple as that. So, your journey is a cool one. Tune in. Continue to pour the good in. Continue to tune the body up. Continue to stay open and loving and compassionate with this heart. Thank you all so much. Mucho relaxo. I don't want to get up and turn that off. If you guys are still here, if you haven't shut it off yet, please let me know when you watch these videos, you know, if there's any feedback that you have, or if there's, I know there was a video in the beginning where there's a sound issue, so a couple things like that. So if you ever can't hear me or anything's up, just, yeah, let me know. I love to hear from you guys. I miss seeing you in person, but hopefully we'll get back to that down the line. But for now, much love. Namaste. Thanks for doing the yogas.